section. So the protagonist is going to do something. Something is going to happen here, and there's this very beautiful, intricate layer that is undulated here. There's much more undulation at the back too. This one is kind of cracked up between the lines. And a few years back, we were here interpreters with two geologists, and they did not agree on what this layer was. That was the only place they've ever seen something like this layer. And they came up, with a couple different theories, and one emerged more than the other, but it's still not sure. The community hasn't agreed on what's the story of this layer. But when they were telling us the story, we were a few interpreters, we looked at each other and we said, yeah, it's the concept of blueberry pie. And let me explain to you now what's that concept there. Food, cooking, and geology has lots in common. You take ingredients, you use heat, and then there's cooling. So very, very similar thing. So we now know that we travel towards younger rocks. So all of this big section here is mostly shell. At the time of formation of these rocks, it's very, very watery. Shell is actually like a soup. Shell, at the moment of formation, that mud is 90% water, 10% material. So whatever is 100% becomes, 10% of rock when it cements and compacts. Limestone is more leathery. It's exactly like clay. So this is Mother Nature clay work. And what we have here is our blueberry filling, and here's the crust of our pie right here. And there's more and more layers coming on top of the crust, and eventually that watery filling is gonna want to escape and fracture through, and that's what happens here. That's one theory, that the pressure comes from the top and the blueberry filling escaped from the bottom. The other theory was that it came from the bottom to the top. I want to review that one actually. I'm going to put it on my list for this thing because I need to review what was that thing. But the other theory would be to come from down below. And sorry,
We see the underneath of that.
Yeah. There would be I can't remember what was the other one, so sorry for that. My apologies, but still not agreed on what really happened there. Now, for the undulation we have here is something that is some ways related to the layers we see there. That little strange layer of broken pieces. And let's talk about this layer of broken pieces. So gross mold was created in 1973, and in the 1960s, an hotel dumped a lot of cement right there. No, I'm joking! That's not true. This is Mother Nature concrete. And when you look at this broken layer, you see a few blocks there. Well, let's get closer to it so we can really look at it from closer.